Hello friends, I am Akash, and this is your News of the Week for the week of November 20th to November 26th, 2022. I'm Akash Cody, and let's take a look at our stories. First up, record sales on Thanksgiving Day. Next, the G20 Summit in Bali, Indonesia. And last, we have an update on the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Let's take a look at our first story. The 2022 Thanksgiving Day set up a highest sale record, roughly over $5 billion. Thanksgiving Day, which is celebrated on the third Thursday in November, is one of the most popular holidays in the United States, on par with Christmas when it comes to consumer purchasing. Record sales of $5.2 billion were spent by Thanksgiving online shoppers this year, a 2.7% increase over last year's Thanksgiving sales. And this number is just the beginning. Black Friday, which comes after Thanksgiving Thursday, is famed for its low prices, big deals, and multitudes of shoppers. Most retail companies come up with doorbusters or with high discount items on Black Friday. Record numbers of transactions were completed on this Black Friday, and so much so that the analytics company collecting the data aren't even done yet. Currently, Adobe Analytics reports sales of $7 billion, but the expected total online revenue generated on Black Friday this year is going to be close to $9 billion. Cyber Monday, coming after the long weekend of Thanksgiving, is devoted solely to the tech industry, and it's entirely conducted online. And this event is expected to generate $11 billion, a new record for the highest amount of money spent in a single day online in history if this happens. And according to the predictions, it seems like that is what is going to be happening. So that's what's going on with your Thanksgiving weekend and the record-breaking sales online and in retail stores. So let's take a look at our next story of the week. The 2022 G20, the Group of 20 Economically Developed Countries Summit, took place from November 15th to November 16th, 2022 in Bali, Indonesia. The G20 consists of 20 countries, or more like 19 countries and one international region. Now, these areas are Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, South Korea, Turkey, the United Kingdom, the United States, and the European Union. And the European Union is the only non-country member of G20, but it encompasses all the members of the EU. Traditionally, the chairman of the G20 group is the leader of the host country for the G20 Summit. The handover to the next leader takes place at the end of the summit. So, on November 16th, 2022, Indonesian President Joko Widodo handed the reins of the G20 presidency to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who will be hosting the 2020 G20 Summit in New Delhi in September of next year. Now, Russian President Vladimir Putin, embroiled in his controversial invasion of Ukraine, decided not to attend the G20 summit this year, instead sending his foreign affairs minister Sergei Lavrov, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky also attended virtually. The leaders of US and China, President Biden and Xi Jinping, met before G20 began to discuss foreign relations, with President Biden declaring that there will not be a second Cold War. Hopefully, that is not going to be happening. And hopefully G20 is going to be helping to get all the major countries of the world on the same page and interacting in harmony. Let's take a look at our last story of the week. That's the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 is well underway. So let's review the major events that have happened so far. First up, Saudi Arabia beat Argentina 2-1 in the group stage, in what some consider to be one of the greatest upsets in World Cup history. I mean, to put this into perspective, the Argentina football team is very well known for always being on top of their game, especially star player Lionel Messi. But, as Messi said himself, sometimes things don't go your way. But, of course, this is just Argentina's first match. They still have 4 more to go, and the Argentine team is very confident that they'll be able to win these tournaments and go on to the next stage. In Saudi Arabia, many fans celebrated with surprise because, well, this win against Argentina is a big surprise, and the Saudi government made the next day a national holiday. The government even gifted the team luxury cars. I mean, you know, we're showing just how much of an impact this makes. But the thing is, when Saudi Arabia faced Poland in the same group on November 26th, Poland won 2-0, which means that sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. And the other major upset so far in this tournament has been Japan beating Germany 2-1 in the group stage. Germany is another one of the top teams in FIFA, really hard to beat, and Japan beating Germany is yet another feat that is stunning the world in soccer. So that's what's going on with the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Hopefully we're going to see even more amazing things happening as time goes on. And that is all your news of the week for the week of November 20th to November 26th, 2022. Thanks so much for watching. Love you, Akash.